Dorito, and then this is Hammerhead. See, this is Walrus Man, and then this is Snaggletooth, and this is Lando Calrissian. See? And this is Boba Fett.
It's great because we were allowed things like that. You know, we were allowed opportunities to kind of let it be told through children's eyes.
He'd go from thinking I was his new best friend to thinking I was his school teacher, because I would talk to Henry constantly. I talked to Henry so often while the camera was rolling, and while Henry was doing his dialogue, I would coach him while the camera was going, that when Henry first saw E.T. at the sneak preview, when I turned to him when the movie was over and said, "How did you like it?" he said, "It was okay, but you've got to cut your voice out. Your voice is all the way through the movie." As Henry saw the movie, he kept hearing my voice directing him. 5 fingers, 5 fingers, 1 finger, 1 finger, 5 fingers, faster and faster, guys, go. Okay, good, Henry, great. Now bring your head down slowly, just look at it. That's nice, Henry. Beautiful. He kept thinking that I was like his teacher, so for Halloween, to surprise him, I dressed up as a teacher, but not as a man teacher. I dressed up with the veil and the wig and the lipstick, and I became a total kind of new me. You gotta take me serious. This is Halloween, folks. I don't dress this way all the time. I'm not trying to get out of the Army like Jamie Farr. This is action. My date for tonight for the costume ball. Ah, Miranda, what sweet fingers you have.
What she will be?
Say it yet? What?
What she will be? Say you or
Oh, in the closet.
Yeah.
Halloween. Remember Halloween?
Halloween was great.
We had such a good time, and Steven dressed up as this old lady, and it was so brilliant.
He directed the whole day
Yes,
as an old lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
He would be, you know, behind the camera with his high heels, and he looked really great, too.
I'm enjoying this. I might never come out of this, as a matter of fact. There's a lot of advantages. Social advantages and other ways. Thank you very much. For one thing, look at all those pretty colors you can wear. I didn't have children back in the early 80s, you know, and suddenly I was becoming a father. Every single day I felt like I was Drew's father, Henry's father, and Robert's father, and you know, it felt good. And I think I have a big family now because it felt pretty good having 3 kids back then. Isn't this fun, Drew? Making movies, isn't it fun? Is this like better than just going to school and learning how to play volleyball and tetherball and stuff like that? Yeah. Do they pay you for going to school? Your mom is going to kill me for saying these things on that.
I hope not.
I hope not, too. As a kid, I let all the frogs out of the science class, the ones we were supposed to dissect. I let about 5 of them go, and actually never got caught. So, you know, what the heck, I put it in the movie. The toughest thing Henry had to do that he didn't want to do is on the first day of shooting, he had to kiss the girl on the lips. In the school scene where he stands on top of his classmate to be tall enough to kiss the girl right smack on the lips. And he didn't want to do this, and he didn't want to be a movie actor. At that moment, I saw his entire career, he was giving it all up. Wait a minute, wait. Thank you. She swung off.
Cut!
What problem was it? Swung her too wide.
Okay, everybody back to your starting
Wrong side of the
places.
face.
Andrew,
In other words, you see, Henry, you kissed her this side, you want to kiss her this side. Your nose wants to be over here, not over there. Okay? John Wayne's nose was on that side of Reno O'Hara's face.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You ready for more? Tiger? All right, he's cooling off. He's cooling off. Right.
That was the one part in the script that I remember sitting down reading it for the first time, going, okay, spaceship, cool. Alien, cool. Kissing a girl, no way, I have to do this.
Those problems and those issues were always there, and because we were dealing with real life, you know. We were dealing with an alien that all 3 young kids believe was real. despite seeing the operators, the special effects technicians in the background, despite the kids catching out of their peripheral vision, a pull of the lever means a blink of the eye, they still, all of them, believed that E.T. was real.
Alan, how are you?
Well, just fine.
He's really real.
There was a lot of different elements, but for some reason, no matter what, it was always very real to me.
Yeah. It was amazing once everything was set to go and the cameras were rolling and you were in the scene, everything was incredibly real.
In the closet, fast.
I remember saying to Carlo that E.T. should kind of waddle when he walks like Chaplin with his cane, but he should also look like Bambi on ice, where Bambi couldn't find his footing, so when E.T. starts to walk on Earth, he is ungainly and he is insecure. I got a Yoda costume and didn't tell George Lucas I was doing this, and dressed someone up as Yoda. And I just had this idea, it'd be really fun, that as E.T. walks by with Elliot and Michael in their costumes, E.T. has a ghost with a sheet over him. Yoda's going in the other direction, oblivious to E.T., but E.T. recognizes Yoda because, of course, you know, the galaxy is a rather small place among filmmakers.
I hadn't seen E.T. finished, and when we finally finished, it had a screen up here for ILM, and I went to the screening, and well, Steve had warned me that there was something special in it for me, and so we went through the thing, and then suddenly Yoda showed up in the film. Everybody in the audience cheered, of course, because it was an ILM screening, but I really loved it. I mean, I was amazed and flattered, and you know, it was a very funny moment.
I just remember George was sitting right next to me, and when Yoda came on the screen, George gave me a little nudge with his arm. I guess it's his way of saying that was cool.
One of the nice shots that has become Amblin's sort of symbol is the view of the bicycle flying in front of the moon. And when that shot came up, it just seemed like, you know, we should do this with a real moon. We should get as much realism into this as we can. And so Mike McAllister, I had him go out and scout locations around here to find a place to do that. So we got charts out and hills and everything and we wanted to find the trees. And I think it took about a week. You know, in the afternoon you'd go out for 3 or 4 hours and find the right spot to be able to do it. And then I think we shot it for 2 nights and got 2 or 3 versions of it. That was about all we got in that time. And it's all real.
Don't crash, please.
I drew more upon the Close Encounter experience of having no villains whatsoever in that story, vis-a-vis Alien Visitation, and thought, why have villains in this story? The villain really should be adults who do not have the same pure understanding that children have about a situation like this, and the adults who would be afraid and more frightened than children, who might scream and call the police, and the police who may further not understand, or the government that may further not understand and want to experiment and do scientific laboratory, you know, vivisectioning on an extraterrestrial. That would be the threat. The threat would be science.